Hello everyone and welcome! It is now Sekigahara Sunday and we're back with more Nioh because the next main mission we have is Sekigahara indeed. And yeah, that one was a very big and very important battle in the history of the Sengoku Jidai, so obviously time to hit it and be even more obnoxious to our enemies. Let's see. Yeah, strength up to 13 is the plan, and then 15, and then body up to 13. So just so we have more unlocked for armor sets. Enough. Oh, I love how extra some of those hey Sarah, we just started, and also hi bot and bye bot. God damn it. Sorry, just funny stuff just happened. So let's actually start doing this. The post I made to promote this stream on on Blue Sky got liked by Cheetan, which is just so random, but you know, I take it. Cheetan jump scare happens. Well, look who's there. I do find it actually very hilarious that, you know, you're in the Battle of Sekigahara. This was like one of the most brutal battles in the whole Sengoku Jidai, because it was literally like, you know, Mitsunari was like the one challenge, Mitsunari Yasugura basically, okay, who's going to take over after this? And they basically wiped each other out to a degree. So this like the Sengoku Jidai was horrifying in general, but this battle was bad. And I do find it actually kind of hilarious that like, you know, making this into a Nioh level is like, it makes sense. I mean, just last days have been a bit of a, I don't want to say clusterfuck, it was just a bit all draining, you know. Not only the personal stuff yesterday, just like before that, you know, there was some personal stuff I finally dealt with. But yeah, I want to say, it's kind of hilarious that, you know, this is Sekigahara, one of the worst battles. You know, probably not one of the most worst in human history, but this one was bad. And you still collect Kodamas. And so, like, it's so funny how when you look at the Kodama population in Japan that you rescue, you know, there's like the ones who are like, yeah, you know, we're kind of in the yokai areas, it's a bit spooky and dark, but everything's alright. And then, you know, they're the Kodamas that have seen the horrors, TM. It's just shell-shocked Kodamas. Oh well, so how are you doing? What is worrisome? That the Kodamas have PTSD? Yeah, actually. Definitely not the best. Anyway, look, this guy's already hiding somewhere. Kodama! But you know, thinking about that, you know, since they set up that, you know, I'm never okay. I do look like this traffic. Ah. I never understood NASCAR actually, but then again, motorsport is a thing where like I understand and enjoy some parts, aka really. Yeah, like the biggest part that I find always a bit weird is the fact that NASCAR is like just, you know, driving around in a circle basically. Like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not easy, but also like the thing is that when it comes to, you know, the whole driving aspect, it's like similar to the matter of this car. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one thing. Like, I mean, to a degree, driver's ability is interesting, but like, it's just a problem that NASCAR has, similar to Formula One. It's just that while Formula One is like a really high-powered engines, and you know their courses are not, they have more twists and turns than the NASCAR arena. That shit's still easy. You know, compared to rally. Oh shit. Murph.
This must be Kelly's work. Tell me where he is.
Ah. I need to check something. Okay. Oh, that didn't save yet. Ah. Should do it like that. Oh, so okay, this is how it's working. Oh, sorry, Kodamas. Okay. Okay. Hey, Claire. Yeah. How you doing? Oh. Yeah. Like, again, the whole thing is just like, combined with the really hot week and the fact, I mean, there was some personal shit, but like basically finally cut someone completely out after they, didn't learn what no means. So, and after vague posting complete insane bullshit about me on social media. So, yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, what should I say? At some point, I should have feel it coming because, you know, I had enough people in my life that somehow think because, if you have problems, I help you. I think it's not, wrong to help someone. But if you build an unhealthy relationship on, based on basically over relying on me to give you emotional support, then fuck off. I am not, your personal psychologist. Yep. I'm basically just waiting for the next complete meltdown. Hopefully it will be entertaining at least. Annoying, but entertaining. Yeah, and that we will stop with, the ER visit, so, it was. Oh, come on. Yep, I mean, basically, right now, I'm still in not the best shape, but gonna get through this boss somehow, I would say. Nah. No, yeah. Sometimes the kick doesn't connect. There we go. Impressive. Use on Nioh, you know the secret sauce. Moth Girl is so good. I know. That is just inspired design. By the way, can I just point out that the line, righteousness is important for the weak and strong to live together, goes hard, but is like one of those things that is just also true, but you never really think about it. Because, like, yeah, to a degree, you know, the people who can shape the rules of a society are usually quote unquote the strong. This doesn't only mean, physical prowess. This can mean a lot. And they will always, kick down on the weak, except if they don't feel like this is the right thing to do. Like, that's the thing, if you think about it. A lot of times, someone being nice is just because they have a feeling that this is the right thing to do. And it kind of sucks. So, we maybe should create societies where those people can't even get into power. But, it's not wrong. But yeah, time to find more shell-shocked Kodamas, I suppose. Yeah, I need to definitely relearn how to do the key blast key pulls properly. I don't know. I, for some reason, fuck it up recently a lot. I hate that. Also, funny story. Did you know that in Pro Kodama they must be rescued? Yeah. Like, that's the thing I said before, all the other Kodamas, they're like in, a bit haunting locations. It's a bit, no, not here. I have probably something else there. I don't know. But yeah, basically, I know, but I have something else there probably. Yeah, the parry is not bad, I would say, probably. Yeah. Every other level, it's a bit haunted, it's a bit spooky, moody, and, here the Kodamas, they're just fucking Sekigahara. They're shell-shocked. Not yet. I plan on doing it. Oh well. Oh, could be, but I have to check. There, I parried. Now to never touch it again in the game. Anyway, did you know that in... Oh yeah, we found another shell-shocked Kodama. Go back to the shrine, little buddy. Don't be out here. This is dangerous. Did you, by the way, know that in real life, Tokugawa's son actually came too late to Sekigahara? It's actually kind of a funny story because, holy shit, someone was lucky that Dad liked them. Okay, interested in that story, by the way? Yes, but, yeah, it's actually very funny what happened. See, basically, Tokugawa was like, okay, I'm marching on Mitsunari. This is gonna be like kind of a big thing, and also it's gonna be deadly, and I'm taking all the people I can. So he then was like, okay, my son, you get a bunch of troops and you're going this other road, because, you know, there was always this thing of where people are, and they were like, on the way there is... Wow, they put in someone with an Odachi. Basically, because on the way to Sekigahara was a castle named Ueda, and I think the Sanadas in Ueda were basically they allied themselves with Mitsunari, and so he was like, my son, you're already pretty good. Here are a lot of soldiers. Please just take care of the Sanadas while I'm, you know. And then, you know, move onward to Sekigahara, because that would be very useful if you showed up with a lot of troops there, and also, you know, got rid of someone who's basically making everything a bit more of a problem, you know. Because the enemy could get someone through that region with support. And then his son was like, Shufingpa, I'll go and I will, you know, I will take that castle. Not a big thing. What happened afterwards is so ridiculous, because what basically happened is he showed up with a gigantic ass force. No! Ah! Okay. Let's do this one again. Okay, basically, he showed to Ueda, and you need to keep in mind, Hidetaka Tokugawa, so his son, came with 38,000 men. There were 2,000 in the castle. 38,000 versus 2,000. That is quite a staggering difference, isn't it? So, basically, he rolled up to the castle and was like, yo. Why what? 38,000 men. Yeah, that was the army. That's the army, Tokugawa's son brought to Ueda, because this was also his fighting force he was supposed to bring to Sekigahara. Keep that in mind. Like, the Sengoku Jidai really had bonkers amounts of military usage. Like, oh yeah, he was actually, like, he still took the main force with him, don't get me wrong, but he was basically like, go, overwhelm that enemy, and then support me at Sekigahara. Easy job, don't you think? Yeah. That you could say that he was probably very generous about that. What the fuck? But yeah, what happened is basically he rolls up to Ueda Castle, and my guy, what are you shooting at? Yep. Really, that fence deserved it. You go. Except his son. I love you. I don't know. I think Tokugawa was actually really fucking pissed at him. Like, really fucking pissed at him. Because the blunder is not even done. The thing is, so his son shows up at, at Ueda Castle. And the old guy, like, really old general, is like, ah, shit. We can't beat them. We are hopelessly outmanned. Fuck. So what are we going to do? Basically, he goes out and is like, hey, again, really old guy. He goes out and is like to Hidetaka, yeah, so man, like, we know this is rough, and like, we won't win. You know that, I know that, everyone knows that, right? But like, it's still hard, you know, from an honor perspective and all that. Like, just give me 1 or 2 days to contemplate, and then I just give up, and you know, we can do this, you know, without blood. And Hidetaka was like, wow. You know, he just needs some time maybe, but like, we can solve this without killing anyone. That's wonderful, isn't it? And so the guy waited. And waited. And wait, after 5 days he was like, old man, have you enough considered? And the old man was like, no, like, you know, can you maybe give me a bit more time? And Hidetaka was like, fuck you, I'm going to take the castle. So, you know, he was just like, yeah, let's fucking storm the castle. Turns out those 2,000 people inside of a wall are still kind of, you know, good at defending when you use them right. And Sanada's son was pretty good at defending. So, Hidetaka was first like, shit, that this is gonna be a problem, especially for me. You know, if I just keep, if you just keep up with that, so, you know, let's start sieging. Fuck you. There's gonna be a pretty big advantage in combat. Yeah. So, they start sieging. Next thing that happened is, they, you know, are there for a few days, they do the sieging, and then a messenger comes. And they're like, hey, so you and your dad, you're gonna meet up on the 9th, I think on the 19th was it. That was the plan. So Battle of Sekigahara was, yeah, they wanted to meet up on the 19th of October. Because the battle was on the 21st. And Hidetada was basically like, oh, the 19th. Hey, which date do we have? And they're like, the 17th, sir. And he was like, oh, fuck. And so he literally stopped the thing. They started just marching day in, day out to Sekigahara, and they arrived on the 23rd. Because turns out the old guy was like, yeah, he was like, I can't win, but I can delay, and that counts as a win. And the Tokugawa-san just fell for it. Like, you know, I have to be honest with you. I would also be like, you know, if someone tells me, yeah, you know, I just give up, I just need some consideration. Fair point, I guess. Yeah, castles are a pretty big advantage in combat. Who would have known? So yeah, and that's why they got off free. So yeah, in the end, Sekigahara might have been a lot more of a stomp than, you know, the battle it was in reality. Again, they are giving their all to just be like, yeah, look, they're fucking traumatized soldiers on the ground here. There's something very interesting that Nioh 1, like, genuinely was like, no, like, I mean, it, you know, you always, it was always, you know, the game where you fight yokai in the Sengoku Jidai, but like, aside from the shell-shocked Kodamas that just keep smiling through all the horrors, it is impressive the amount of detail and care they put into the Sekigahara level, because this shit is horrifying. Like, have you seen how many times it's like, you know, soldiers in battle lines, or just someone basically like, oh boy, you know, just a little bit away from all the fighting, just taking a little bit of a nap. Or, you know, just randomly dying to cannons. I'm not even mad at this. This is just how it was. fuck was that? My man, what was that move? Because turns out Tokugawa was still a really good warlord. Like, here's the thing. It's not wrong that, Hideyoshi basically wanted to have, Mitsunari as his, successor. But, well, Tokugawa, like, yeah, so that, damn, someone should have deleted that patch of fire. Seems to be a pretty big problem for Mitsunari's and people. Look at that. We have, oh shit, we have a lot of XP to give out. Strength 13. Yes. After, I think we can get body up now, so that would be quite a benefit. Weirdly rounded build, I would say. Ah, fuck. Well, not the biggest problem. I think I know what I will take here, though. No! Okay. No! No! I am not here to keep rust. I am here to kill. Honestly, they could have given the cannons probably a bit more recoil, but I mean, it do be like that. Come on, Tokugawa, you see there's no more fire here, you can run through there. Oh, hey. The guy just casually slept there and was like, no, 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 don't bother me, please. Uh-huh. Look who's here, another shell-shocked Kodama. It really pays off, you know. Like, yeah. Again, this is probably one of those things that I really love about Nioh. That, when it actually comes to the whole, you know, depicting war, it is shockingly open about the fact that, you know, like, you know, there's always this tendency in media to sometimes play stuff down. Or, you know, when it's about your own country, you know, maybe just glorify it a little bit. Can't hurt, you know. Well, it can hurt because it's not a good thing to do. And Nioh is a pretty... No, this is just absolute horrifying stuff that no one should go through. Yeah, and they're traumatized. Yeah. Like, the first definitely tried to be very much a whole... but yeah.
I want Kelly, not you.
Okay. I have not finished it yet, and like I'm not surprised that Ghost is like, I heard a bunch of stuff about this yeah, like do you know what the irony about this is? That No. It's just, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like the writing in the first game really just missed the mark a lot, because it's like, and you know the funniest part about this is that a lot of this shit is actually rewritten in the Japanese version. Yep. Yeah, that definitely sucks. Like, I feel like the biggest problem they had was like, okay, here's the thing, okay? The biggest problem I would say Ghost has to a degree is style over substance, and this is not even to be in a, you know, negative sense, because like, yeah, like, it feels very much like they wanted to make a game that is just that style. Like, you know, very unapologetically, you know, samurai, with all the flowing winds and the flowing leaves and all of that. And that style was nailed. This is why the game turned heads, because everyone saw this and was like, damn. Like, when it came out, I saw interviews with Japanese developers who were like, what are we doing here? Visually, we got outstyled by a Western studio. Like, that's the thing. I would say, aside from Nioh, or, you know, generally, like Koei Tecmo's output / Team Ninja's output is just, like, a different thing, but no, wait. You know, I can actually see that Rise of the Ronin is definitely more a reaction to Ghost of Tsushima than Assassin's Creed. as you know, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima takes a lot of stuff from, you know, Assassin's Creed and such, but I think this might be the case. But yeah, yeah. I think what's also on that note is just that I feel like and that is probably the stuff that's like the more important thing here. That Sucker Punch definitely made, you know, the style, and then did you know the whole plot and stuff later. What the fuck? Honestly, from what I know, that was that Ubisoft actually gave the devs a lot of leeway with Assassin's Creed, because so the thing with the Assassin's Creed devs were that Ubisoft basically almost instantly was like yeah. I mean, the thing with Assassin's Creed Japan is, and I think, here's a more of a personal idea. The part about Assassin's Creed development and why it worked so well was, I would say, is that from all accounts that we have, the devs actually had like a lot of freedom. And one interesting thing is that oh, come on. How was the guy called again? There you go, anyway. So, basically, they always had a big amount of freedom. And the thing was that they basically wanted to make a new Prince of Persia style. Like, this was a Prince of Persia game. If you never would have guessed that. Yeah. And, then it got moved because, someone was like, hey, how about we put it a bit later? How about we make it a bit more realistic? And whoops, then it just became its own thing. So the part here was that basically, by all accounts, from what I know, Ubisoft got the basically had this idea of, oh, we need to basically just make it more like what the fuck? Okay, so the thing is that basically a lot of the, higher ups basically were like, oh, can you make like another one that's just like that? Because, obviously this, how it was the secret sauce, right? So interesting, I think, interestingly, a lot of the higher ups were like, hey, listen, Ubisoft, we can make you a lot of these, but let us cook first. And also just don't be like, oh, you need to do stuff like that or that. Now, why? Oh! Oh, you get so... No, fuck it. It's quick attack. Ah, I am not in a mental situation to deal with that. Anyway, the thing I wanted to say is that, they got freedom. And you see it directly with the second game. Why? No! This fucking guy! I mean, I'm not even loud.
You are.
I'm not.
Yes. I'm too emotional.
Oh, I don't have key. I block. Fuck you.
You can't get your emotions under control.
Yeah, I can get it under control. No worries, I get it. That's not the point. The point is more like sometimes, oh hey, yeah, you know what? I just ignore the fact that I just lost all my key. That is bullshit. That wasn't even greedy, no. That was just he makes an attack that for some reason stuns me completely. And just There we go. That should also be a new level. Ah. Then probably just another side mission and then we should be good.
いや負けじゃ負けじゃ敵ながらあくまで三成と茶坊主小沢氏そろばん名人など揶揄されるが自らの俸禄の半分でわしを召し抱えたその無用さ清廉なる野心はわしには何より好し三成に過ぎたるものと言われておったが最後まで武士らしき方法もろくにできぬとは三成殿こそわしには過ぎたる主君であったがこの首を持っていけこの首があれば一国一城の主もいようが
I don't want your hand.
それではわしの気が収まらんならばあの槍ではどうじゃ
Tried to buy time.
あんたが頼りにしていた侍もおしまいだ。あと数百命があれば、命の都合で何とかできないこともない。兵を犠牲にしたくないという場合でもないと思うが、どう思う？
頼む
Well, oops. Big oops. But again, also what I like is the whole Amrita and magic is universal. Like Kelly literally is like, I use an Enochian spell. And it's like, yeah, go into that cliche. But you know. So, first of all, let's check actually. Did we finally get a better katana? No. Yeah, I mean, they're similar, that is true. That is generally one thing I do like. It's like, Actually, let's just do a small thing. So, this one is better. So let's take this one and... And then it's actually pretty cheap to do. So... I mean, that's the thing. Yokai, demons, etc. They're kind of like similar in that universe, I would say. Yeah, like as you said, they're kind of the same. The big difference, though, is just how should I put it? If you go and look at how's it called? Nothing would change. Yeah, that. So time to get a little bit more. Time to get a few more levels, and I think we're golden. I think. Like, that's the thing. I would say, if anything, you know, they're using different words for that, you know, different language, and that makes it interesting, in my opinion. Like, yeah. I do like that Nioh 3 has an option that you can just automatically collect items. No! Ah, fuck. Anyway. Dying a bit is not the worst as long as I get my stuff back, because then I can just, you know... get more souls out of it. Anyway, so anything else to talk about? I'm sorry, the Sekigahara was definitely made its name honor. Like, what the fuck was that, William? I do wonder though what is like the best level to actually get Amrita. They also get a lot of leverage out of this one level, like. I mean, I can see it. It's Hideo Kojima. When he has money and has time, he can make great games. I mean, honestly, this is probably the funniest bit I ever heard, that people are like, oh, Kojima wastes so much money, and like, you know, aside from the fact that I can tell you his Microsoft project will never happen, never in his lifetime. Because it's getting axed. Like, let's just be real here at this point. They're probably like, you're not gonna make a blockbuster, might as well kill you. Okay, it was supposed to be, but like, I can, you know, either it's gonna come out and it's multi-platform since day one, or, you know, lol LMAO. I mean, they said stuff about the cloud, and they have never, you know, shown more. And that's the thing. What I want to point out is he's definitely doing, you know, Death Stranding 2. No, he's not working on a Microsoft project. He's probably now starting to work on the Microsoft project a bit more. You know, they're not gonna keep bankrolling that. They laid off the Forza devs. They just don't care at this point. Like, you can make the best exclusive series for the for their system, and they will gut your studio because, oh hey, You could just take an elixir. Just take elixir, man. Yeah, like that's the thing. You know why he probably did that? Because he was probably starting to work on his look at the Microsoft project. Probably sees the writing on the fucking wall. Remembers, hey, I have the best relationship with Sony anyone could hope for. And Sony is probably fucking happy about him because here's the thing. Like, again, most publishers suck. But like, he has a great relationship with them. Like, imagine this. They got free PR because they saved his, basically his whole career by just giving him a free independent studio he can work with whoever he wants to do. I'm not putting all my eggs in that fucking basket. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm almost surprised he's not he's not being bought up yet. Because, and this is the thing, this is the one thing I can guarantee you. He will. And this isn't because, oh, they gave him a lot of money. This was more like, after Konami, he didn't want to be independent, okay? And he didn't want to be part of a big company. He wanted to be independent, that's what I wanted to say. He didn't want to be part of a big company anymore. It's just bad. But the one company he did trust because he knew the people at the top and he had really great relationships with them. Again, keep in mind, Sony literally opted to do 2 stunts with him on Metal Gear. And like, those are stunts that could ruin your career. And they went with it. Like, they did the whole, how we promote Metal Gear Solid 2. So everyone thinks this is the great big Snake game with, all the graphical fidelity, etc. And, then it was the, hey everyone, let's talk about how you're Raiden. You little dirty fanboys, aren't you? Then, they were like, hey, after also supporting his projects a lot, they were also like, hey, he was like, hey, I want to make, throw this one thing out, after he basically already secured the deal that they fund his own new studio, and they hosted PT. That alone would have burned, imagine putting this thing out against the publisher. It was still, this was a, he burned bridges publicly with that thing. And they supported it. Yeah, there's no fucking, no way he didn't go with it. And again, they helped him build the studio. They basically, siphoned a few people from Guerrilla Games off so they can work on the engine. And, basically, from basically Kojima Productions Amsterdam. And then his first game he pitches is a game about connecting, and it's just, no. This isn't. It has some combat, but it's mostly about delivering stuff from point A to B. And they're just like, you know what? Here, take the money that you want, make the game. And you know what the thing is? Everything about this, yeah, that's the thing. This is why I do think, he probably had an idea, because what I can see what happened here was, and I'm going to be very brief about this. I think the biggest problem Kojima Production has is that he just kind of wants to work on the games he just wants to work on. Like, Death Stranding 1 and 2 are basically like, from what I can see, he had an idea, he made the idea, he wants to make a new espionage game, he's making a new espionage game. All his major games that will come out and will be hits are so far Sony published. Because the thing is, from the outside, people would be stupid to agree to that. Like, his whole thing was, making really successful, how's it called? Stealth action games. And then he makes something completely different. Worst of all, his reputation was he goes over time and budget. You know, people who don't know him, this is why Sony bankrolls him, because they know him. And here's the thing. The reason why I will think he will probably end up at Sony in some point is he's probably the most valuable studio lead / designer they can dream of. He makes big budget titles that look great, have cultural impact, sell well, and he never goes over budget. Imagine giving a guy basically a blank check and he's using barely any of it because he's so good at managing his resources. You know, while also, you know, being able to put like a lot of Hollywood names on the cover simply because he knows them. And that's the thing. What Microsoft probably did, what Microsoft always does, is they took a shit ton of money, went to him, were like, listen, because during that time, keep in mind, during that time, they still heavily advertised the Xbox Cloud. They will empower the games of the future. So far, no game has utilized it. No game has ever benefited from it. But they basically told him, can you do something on it? He probably had an idea. They announced it. They just wanted to have all the names and all that on it. And the thing that he announced a new stealth action game right afterwards with, not like a few years later with Sony, basically says, I get that deal is probably looking so fucking shaky already, because why else would you do that? They probably are prototyping. Probably they are prototyping because it's hard to continue making a game with the fucking cloud instead of a traditional game. So, and also they're still working on they worked on Death Stranding too. So what is probably gonna happen is he just got in another deal with someone who gives him a blanco check and he has good relations with. And considering his games come out on mostly all platforms, mostly on the main platforms now anyway, he doesn't care. It's like, I can almost guarantee you Microsoft is already burning bridges with him. And oh, fuck. Yeah, that's the thing. I do not think this game will exist. Like, it won't. This is just... And you know what? I will say it right here. I do not care. This isn't like a big hate on Microsoft. This is simply... This studio has this publisher had always had a very bad history with dealing with anything. Ah, fuck. Microsoft mismanaged. Most of their games that get actually greenlit into to delivery are either things they, devs were already working on. Oh, hey. Oh, I mispressed the button. Anyway. Yeah, the thing is... again, Microsoft has no idea how to make games. And like, you know what the most ironic part about this whole thing is? When I look, for example, at last year. What the fuck? Oh my god, I hate the cannon guy. Like... So here's the thing. No. Oh. So the thing is here that like, that's the thing. The only thing they ever knew was throwing money at stuff, and that never really paid off. And I mean, Microsoft was always like, I don't hate it. Again, the first console I bought was an Xbox 360. I do like some series, and I do think they had a good output. But with the Xbox One, it just became more and more desperate corporate. But like, in a way that's... How should I put it in the best way? It is, to a big degree, just a way of... they tried to catch up because their console just didn't sell a lot anymore. And they couldn't figure out why, so they threw more money at the problem. They threw money at everything that they thought vaguely had any form of... What the fuck is your helmet? He's very happy. where the fuck is the shrine? And yeah, as of now, that company just they lost the plot. Like the most irony, I think, is if you even look at some of the things that happened in the last, like, here's an interesting thing to point out. Like, I know we talk about Concord a lot, but like Concord is such a fascinating subject because people were like, oh, you know, Concord was, you know, the future of, but that future Sony saw for the company, and they put a lot of money behind it. And yes, and also, you know, it shockingly failed where, you know, Astrobot and Helldivers 2 succeeded. The thing is just, this wasn't really a dumb decision. Like, okay, let me be clear here. Concord failed because of a few, you know, in hindsight, very obvious things. Like, from what I know, you know, I know everyone says the game looks ugly. I don't know. I don't really think that, but I can see why the designs didn't click with people. It's just not anything that, you know, people identify with. And the general gameplay loop was, what was good against them again? You know, I can't say because, you know, I would need to have a shrine for that, but but like the overall thing of like, hey, because okay, this is the thing why I would say I find it kind of interesting to talk about Concord, because the observation of there's you know, there is an opening in the hero shooter market. was correct. Like, it was just not, you know, an opening for that game. No, like, that's the thing. Concord failed due to a lot of things, but like, the whole idea of, hey, there's an opening in that specific kind of market, which was again true, like Marvel Rivals happened literally like just shortly after that. It's just, they probably thought, we need something less Overwatch. Like, that's the thing. There was still... Yeah. If anything, the notion that people want, you know, a hero shooter that is not Overwatch was totally wrong. People wanted Overwatch again, just, you know, more like Overwatch at launch and less fuck. You know, and less Overwatch now. There was a market for that. And that's the interesting thing. Like, if you can see the difference here, right? One company is going, oh, we need to throw money at everything and just hope something sticks. And if it doesn't stick in the way we want, close it down, shut it down, just end it. While the other one is still, hey, there is a, you know, correctly identifies a thing, then makes one mistake and basically lands on the wrong idea of the project. Like, if... No. Oh my. What the fuck? Oh my god. This company is so ass. Like, I'm... Like, and then people are like, oh, hey, you know, I want to have, then I see some shitty rape posters, like, claiming I want for everyone to lose their job, and like, sorry, Microsoft is doing that all on their own. Because Microsoft sucks as a company. No, come on. Like, that is so shitty. Ever think about that? How shitty that company actually is? And then people are like, oh, you know, I'm just an evil person who wants people to lose their jobs because I say, burn this goddamn corporation to the ground. Because, no, sorry, we don't need Microsoft. Like, if we can say, oh, there need to be like 2 major console producers, but like, you know, I doubt that. Yeah, fuck it. It shouldn't be fucking Microsoft at this point. Can we agree on that? Like, I don't want people to lose their jobs. But I do not think we should fucking, you know, defend a company that is so utterly bad. Yeah, and yeah, it's like, oh, do you want them to lose their jobs? And it's like, you know what? I could have, instead of blocking, could have answered to them like, oh, over 200,000 people work at Xbox. It's just like, Microsoft, over 200,000 people work at Xbox until now. You know, with the Homer Simpson thing. Because that's genuinely Microsoft right now. It's genuinely them. Oh, come on. Yeah. It's like... go. It would not, you know, usually they take like at least 1 year or so to just be like, oh yeah, look, we see, we have something. What the fucking helmet?
2度目でござる。しかし、野原の中、ぬらりと最悪のこしでござった。
I thought, by the way, ever thought about how much of a gigantic boon this game actually was for Sony? Like, the thing is, Nioh was still a budget project, and they almost still cancelled it, even though they wanted to rework it. But they were like, "Oh, hey, how do we get the money for that?" And Sony was just like, "Hey, you know what? We can fund this for you." And then it turns out, this was a huge hit. Like, unironically, I sometimes wonder, what would have happened, like, you know, we talk a lot about, oh, hey, like, that's the thing. I know not all companies should actually be, like, there's always the weirdest part for me when people are like, oh, hey, you should buy up company X and you should buy up company that. Like, you know, there are companies that make games that make a lot of sense to have as exclusive titles. You know, Sicko games. Wait, which game are you talking about? I feel like I know it, but I forgot which one you mean. Oh, yeah, that was something like that. By the way, look at what we have unlocked now. More damage reduction, defense up, life versus lightning versus yokai. That's pretty good stuff. Anyway, do I have a better sword now? Actually, yes. Huh. You know what? Armor, we have all of that. Hey, almost done here. So tomorrow, the source of evil. We actually have we have the Kingo armor now in a state that we have all the you know, all the attributes unlocked. Yay! So probably the next few levels are still gonna be getting it up to, 15, 14, depending. You know what, I leave it at that. It should be fine. King Armor was pretty good. Now we can boost heart a bit more again and get some more damage on my main weapon.
Don't you need skill?
What?
Skill 15?
What?
Skill 15? Or do you have it already?
I don't have skill of 15 yet. No, why?
Or the ninja stuff?
I don't get, the ninja stuff isn't worth it.
Yes, it is. For the katana, you can then unlock in the dojo.
You don't unlock the katana in the dojo.
Not anymore?
No, you don't do it. You never did. I don't know what you read. I think you meant the Hanzo set. Could be that I could do the Hanzo set with that, but the katana you do not unlock in the dojo. I could get up skill to 15, yes, or it would be dexterity, by the way. Need dexterity to get the Hanzo set, but I do not know if I will go for the Hanzo set.
You should, if you want a strong katana build. No?
Yeah, the thing is, I get it in the DLC and I need to beat Hayabusa to get that. Because obviously it's fucking Hayabusa.
It's always Hayabusa.
It's always Hayabusa. Because Nioh is part of the goddamn Ninja Gaiden universe.
Hey, if you beat enough missions in single player Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, you unlock the Hayabusa Feather.
I know you unlock the Hayabusa feather.
It's always Hayabusa.
I mean, Hayabusa isn't like, it's a common name, you can use it, but still. Here it's more like, yeah, we know it, this is still Ninja Gaiden, got it. Which is so funny that Team Ninja keeps making more Nioh games than Ninja Gaiden games. But, yeah. Okay. But, yeah, thank you all for being here. We can still yap a little bit for the last 9 minutes. Next main missions probably, because I know the next one is just a boss fight. I remember that. Because, I mean, it kind of makes sense that the next one is just a boss fight because, well, it's that one big set piece boss the game has, and you know, considering this one was on the PS4, it makes sense they were like, let's actually just make this its own level so it actually, you know, renders properly and has good performance. That's the thing. Nioh was able to do a lot very performance-wise on the PS4 by just having levels. That was impressive. Yeah, I mean I could put now 10 levels into dexterity to unlock Hanzo's armor, to then, you know, do to get the Hanzo set build, and then I could, you know, later unlock the katana. Who knows? Maybe I will do that, but I will need to have some more data on that first, if that is good. Although I'm pretty happy with the fact that, you know, I have a Kingo set now that is actually activated. And I do have a good amount of heart and stamina. I have magic and spirit. It's a good thing, you know. Let's. It's good. So yeah, this was Nioh. We had Sekigahara Sunday. Didn't finish Sekigahara fully But the next part is apparently not part of Sekigahara, so... yeah. Gonna do the boss tomorrow, and I think then we are like 1 or 2 levels left from actually finishing the base game. I think. Like, Sekigahara is, from what I remember, the last main region. Let me just check really quickly, like... They had 5 regions, but they basically added, like, 2 more, so... I don't have everything in Kiki? Oh, right! I should probably finish some of them up. Then there's the optional bosses, gotta fight the tiger. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I will first do the DLC. I didn't say I will do all the side missions. I just said I will do most of the side missions.
Yeah. You do that.
Yeah, but you know what? I will do the DLC first.
That's fine.
Kaido armor. Kaido armor. He didn't wear armor. He was a fucking dragon. Okay. I leave it with the One Piece jokes. Yeah. Gonna wrap a bunch of stuff up. And hopefully we will enter the DLC this week, and afterwards we hopefully go and start Nioh 2 or so. Like, this is the Nioh marathon. This is my life now for the next months, except for Wednesdays and Fridays, because Wednesdays is gonna be Let's Be Scared Together on the Von Braun, aka System Shock 2 with Agonia. And otherwise, yeah, let's see what comes after. Like, I have some maybe boomer shooter ideas to put up on Sundays, maybe, but this is in the future. Yeah. So yeah, have a good night, have a good day, until tomorrow. More Sekigahara Mondays, I guess. Yeah, let's wrap this one up then, soonish, and see you then. Have a good night and goodbye.